Artists, what's the most brutal betrayal you've experienced? For years, Maya was my biggest fan. She was more than my best friend, she was my muse, my confidant. I'm a painter, and my style is specific. I paint memories, but I fracture them, using a unique cross-hatching technique I developed to represent the flaws in recollection. Maya would sit in my studio for hours, watching me work. "You're a genius," she'd whisper. "No one sees the world like you do." I was struggling, barely making rent, while she was a rising star in the gallery world, a curator with a golden touch. She was always trying to help. "The world isn't ready for you yet, babe," she'd say, ruffling my hair, "but I'll get them there." The betrayal began subtly. A new artist she was representing, Alex, started getting buzz. His work was familiar. He painted fractured cityscapes, using a cross-hatching technique that looked eerily like mine. When I pointed it out to Maya, she laughed. "Oh, don't be silly. Great minds think alike, it's just a coincidence." But it kept happening. Alexei's themes started mirroring conversations I'd had with Maya in confidence, a series on childhood fears, a collection based on dreams. He was painting my life, my ideas, my very soul, and he was getting rich doing it. Maya was his champion, writing glowing essays about his groundbreaking vision. I felt like I was going insane. She was gaslighting me so perfectly that I started to doubt myself. Maybe I wasn't that original. Maybe I was the fraud. The proof I needed came from her own arrogance. She was so sure I would never suspect her, so sure I was just a naive artist. I started planning my next series, a collection based on the concept of forgery. I told Maya all about it, explaining how I was going to incorporate a hidden signature, a tiny flaw, into each piece. I designed a new signature for the series, altering the loop on the J of my initial. It was a minuscule change, almost invisible unless you knew to look for it. "A secret watermark," I told her. "Brilliant," she said, her eyes gleaming. I painted one piece for the series and hung it in my studio. Then I waited. 3 months later, Maya hosted a massive gallery opening for Alexei's new collection, Echoes of Self. The entire art world was there. I walked in and my blood ran cold. The gallery was filled with my work, my concepts, my colors, my technique, and on the bottom corner of each multi-thousand-dollar canvas was the signature. My signature. With the flawed J, he had copied the secret I had only told her. She had fed him my idea, my final protection. I didn't cause a scene. I just waited until Maya was on stage, giving a gushing speech about Alexei's unparalleled originality. As she was speaking, I had my friend, a tech guy, project an image onto the large screen behind her. It was a side-by-side comparison, a photo of the painting from my studio, dated 6 months prior, next to a high-resolution image of Alexei's identical piece from the gallery wall. Then another, and another. Then, a close-up of the two signatures, the flawed J circled in red on both. The room fell silent. Maya froze, her mouth open mid-sentence. Alexei looked like he was going to be sick. I had already sent the same evidence to the most influential art critic in the city. Her review, published online at that exact moment, was titled, "The Masterful Forgery of Maya Vance." Maya's career was over before she even stepped off the stage. Her gallery dropped her, and Alexei disappeared from the art scene completely. They say the greatest betrayals come from those closest to you. They don't tell you that the greatest revenge comes from using their own deception to expose them to the world.